everyone, welcome back. It's a skincare special today. I have got for you 3 different skincare routines for 3 different skin types or skin concerns, and they're all really simple and affordable. I'm working with the Inky List. The Inky List are a brilliant brand. Everything that they do is priced under £15, but it's very much ingredients focused and results driven. So it's premium ingredients, cutting edge formulas, but everything is under £15. So I've worked with them to create these 3 different skin recipes or skin routines. These are meant as a guide. So obviously you can mix and match stuff. You might not identify with this particular skin type or concern completely and you want to tweak it slightly, that's absolutely fine. Also on the Boots website there's a recipe builder, so you don't need to speak to anyone, you can just browse the products, you can mess around with different combinations. It's precisely the kind of thing that I like doing in my spare time, and I can imagine there are a few of you out there that like doing that too. So many of you message me or email me asking for skincare recommendations that won't break the bank, but products that are really potent, that you'll see a visible difference with. This is pretty much the video for you. So the 3 different routines we're doing here, one is for oily or acne prone skin, the next one's for sensitive skin or if you have rosacea. The third skin type is not really a skin type, it's almost everybody else. So it's just a general maintenance program for brightness, for tackling fine lines. If you're worried about the signs of aging, this would be the one for you. We've purposefully not put any retinol into these routines because I feel like that's a whole different ball game, and it would be really good to do your own browsing and your own reading of where that would fit in and whether you feel like it's the ingredient for you. So I've missed that out of this. Actually, I should say just before I get started that this caffeine eye cream is in pretty much all of them. In fact, it is in all of the routines because it will go with anything and it's brilliant. Lots of people ask about best eye creams, and you know, they're quite hard to find a good eye cream, especially at a low price point. This one is excellent, especially at depuffing and just revitalising the eye area, and cheap. Affordable, I think is the preferred word in the business. Okay, so oily or acne prone skin, and it might come as no surprise to you that the ingredient that we're heroing in this particular routine is salicylic acid. Now salicylic acid is really good at getting into the pores and really clearing everything out. So we've got glycolic acid coming later in a different routine, but that one's great for brightening on the surface and really just helping everything look new and great and fresh. But salicylic is much better if you suffer from congestion, from blackheads and from oiliness. So first of all we have salicylic acid cleanser. Doesn't feel like it dries your skin out or strips it, but does a really, really good, satisfying job of cleansing. So that first, and you can see that it's all no frills packaging. It all pretty much looks the same. There are no crazy scents going on. It's very, very pared back and just does what it says on the tin. So that's that. And then to go in after that, you've got your beta hydroxy acid. So again, it's not calling it anything that it isn't. There's no fluffiness about this. This is your salicylic acid, but that goes on after your cleanser, and then we finish with a moisturizer. And the moisturizer we've chosen for this routine is the hemp, and that's because it's really, really lovely and soothing. I think that there's a temptation with oily skin or acne prone skin to just really strip it, to make it feel clean and new, so that there's not any oil left at all, like almost squeaky clean. But that can often be a really bad idea because your skin just produces more oil and it can feel really uncomfortable, and also not just feel uncomfortable, but you can really damage the skin's barrier and that leaves it more vulnerable. Then it gets sensitive, so you have this sort of spiral that goes out of control. And that, you know, you can often leave it quite red and angry and raw and sore. So you really want to treat it gently. The BHAs are great for that, the salicylic, and then you've got this soothing hemp moisturiser on top, which is the perfect thing just to seal it all off and rebalance. So now we've got the routine for sensitive skin and for people who suffer with rosacea, and it's all about really treating the skin gently but keeping it hydrated and trying to reduce that redness. So very, very soothing. Again, we start off with hyaluronic acid, which obviously everybody knows about this now by now. Just a great way of helping the skin to stay hydrated, and obviously you need to layer that underneath your moisturizer. But in this case, we're actually following it with our niacinamide, which is brilliant for helping to take down redness, but also for tackling blemishes as well. And then we've topped that off with the snow mushroom moisturizer, which is great for anyone who wants some kind of soothing, cooling moisturizer. This is actually lovely because it's a gel. If you want a really lightweight feel to your moisturizer, but you still want it to pack a punch in terms of hydration, that's a lovely one. It feels really silky to go on, it's not sticky, feels very hydrating, but doesn't feel too rich and too heavy on the skin. And finally, we have our general routine. So with the general routine, we've got sort of a morning routine and a nighttime routine. And obviously this is right down to the basics because we didn't want to do too many products. So we've got a caffeine eye cream again, and then in the morning we've got the vitamin C, which is kind of like a dry paste. It's formulated that way to keep the vitamin C really fresh and stable, so that it's very potent when it goes onto your skin. And it is so potent. You're really, with all of these products, it's, as I said before, it's ingredient focused. So it's all about getting the most potent and effective form of that ingredient without irritating the skin. So this is the vitamin C. You might find that the texture feels slightly strange to you. I don't know if you're not used to it, but it just disappears on the skin. And then we have a choice of two sort of serums or boosters here. I've got the hyaluronic acid again. We know how to use that. Put that on before your moisturiser, and it just really helps to sort of lock in the moisture, stop your skin from losing moisture. But we've also got the collagen booster. Now I've been using this all year, and I put it on just before my moisturiser, and it seems to just boost the performance of the moisturiser and make my skin feel really plump and juicy and fresh. It's just like a little bottle of Wonder Drops. Don't really know how else to describe it. This one, I suppose, is for sort of sagging or loss of firmness and any fine lines that you might have. You know, you really feel a plumpness to your skin, and not just like a visible surface plumpness. I really feel like the texture of the skin is different. So I've been using this a lot. I really like it. That is followed by a moisturiser of your choice, but the Inky List have recommended this one. This is the Multibiotic. Now, what I will say about this one, and I don't mean to be rude, it's slightly pungent. Do you know what? The smell doesn't linger. It's just for the first few seconds. I think that you're so used to, in this modern world, everything being really fragranced, that it's sometimes a surprise when you use a beauty product that that smells, you know, not lovely. And that one doesn't smell that lovely when you put it on, but we're talking like 20 seconds later and there's no smell at all. Just thought I'd warn you in case you bought that and you were like, oh my God, what was Ruth Crilly on about? That, I am not using that. The smell goes, it's absolutely fine. So that moisturiser contains a variety of different biotics, like probiotics, prebiotics, which is very much a buzz sort of theme in the beauty industry. Lots and lots of very expensive products talking about it or using it as part of the marketing. As with all of the products that I've just shown you, it's at a sort of try it without any risk price in a way. So if you're not sure about something, for example, glycolic acid or salicylic acid or even retinol, I know we haven't included a retinol here, but if you were interested in trying that but you were worried whether it wouldn't suit you or it's something that you don't really want to make, you know, £100 investment in, this is the perfect way to try things that are potent, effective, but you know, that aren't the kind of investment that mean that you have to skip lunch for about a year. Now for the nighttime routine, we simply add the glycolic after cleansing and before serum. This is a really powerful exfoliant and it will brighten dull skin, and just swipe over and leave. Then we follow that with the hyaluronic and the multibiotic. So those are the 3 routines, and as I said before, there are loads of different combinations that you can put together. There are people that can help you put those combinations together, and there are loads more details about each of the ingredients so you can see which one is right for you. It's so much fun. I think my personal favourites, the collagen booster I've been using all year, the caffeine eye cream I've recommended loads of times, I think it's amazing, and I've been using the vitamin C loads as well. But you know, everything's great. Everything's affordable, it's all under £15. Give it a try, let me know how you get on. Any comments or questions, leave them below, and I'll put all of the links to the various things I've been talking about as well. And I shall see you in the next video.